So just give a little bit of background for me, for those who haven't had a chance to speak yet. I've actually come from about 10 years in corporate finance, which is why my topic for healthy habits for the workplace, I've been there at the coalface, in the environment, sitting down for 6, 8, 10 hours. So that's what I want to talk to you, is not about, exercise is great, but it's about those little lifestyle changes that I want you to take away. So I'm going to give you a lot of information. Don't feel you need to take everything in. Pick 1 or 2, even 3 things that you can take away and change straight away, and I guarantee it'll make a big difference to your lifestyle. So I guess the first thing to tell yourself, so Eliza touched on this, health and wellness is so important that, as business owners, you guys are like, oh, the most important thing is my business. Well, the most important part of your business is you. So making sure that you're healthy, balanced, able to run your business, and to be a good business owner is a super important thing. So less stress, improved energy level, having that work-life balance. A lot of fathers and mothers here spending time with your kids rather than being too caught up in the rat race. And then for your employees as well, having them being healthy, reducing their absenteeism, making sure they're engaged, being part of an engaged workplace culture. So, oh, my boss cares for me is a big valuable thing. And I think places are changing now where salary isn't the biggest driver as to whether they get good employees or not, is whether their employers care about their health. So this is my background again, 20 years of martial arts. So this is a kind of a run of principles that I like to talk to my clients about. And you can kind of see, this is where I come in, activities that are fun. My workouts, hopefully you guys enjoy it, but the rest of the stuff is a really big deal that's more important to manage than just the exercise portion. So the themes that we'll go through with these actions. So sleep, the most important thing. Your body is sensitive. We were just talking before about, even just traveling for work, staying in hotel rooms, having a disruption to your routine can really impede on your sleep cycle and make things very difficult. I like to try and sleep and wake up at the same time, aiming for, that magic window, 6 to 8 hours. Everyone's different, so there's no hard and fast rule there. Some of the things is, what are you doing right before bed? Again, I like to get into routine around 9:30, start a cup of tea, get into my pajamas, and my body automatically goes, oh, he's getting into pajamas, must be bedtime. Starts releasing those correct hormones, start shutting down those other functions, getting your body ready for sleep. So that's really important aspect as well. This is a bit of controversy. So whether breakfast is important or not to kickstart the metabolism, studies are still going on about that. But if you are going to have breakfast, then make sure you're having the right thing. This kind of is more, I'll touch on it when it comes to snacking, but we'll go through, if you're having, toast with honey or toast with Nutella or cereals, you're starting your day with a rush of blood sugar. You get to work, that drops down and you need a bit of energy, and then you go out and get your coffee and your biscuit or your banana bread. That drops down. Lunchtime, then you start feeling like your junk food, and then that you want to get your blood sugar. And it just creates a cycle of blood sugar up and down throughout the day. So having that protein for breakfast just levels that out, gives you that energy boost, but sustains it throughout the whole day. So that's what you want to be aiming for. So things like this, protein-rich, healthy fat, are great ways to start off your day. Offer snacking. We've always got this one person with a lolly jar or cookie jar in their desk. I see some. So try and stay away from visiting that person too often. And yeah. And I'm not saying don't get that muffin or don't get the banana bread, but just, know why you're getting it. If you feel like a treat, that's perfectly fine, but make sure that's nice and occasional. Low fat just means low flavor. So they're replacing that with sugar or sugar substitutes to make those low-fat, healthy products tastier. So just ignore those. They're not healthy for you. Stick with full fat. Stick with unprocessed snacking, as Eliza touched on as well.
Is that the same for skim milk?
Cool. So these are the kind of things, you don't have to go all the way down here, but nuts and seeds. Veggies and dip, fruit slices and nut spreads, so peanut butter, almond, cashew, nut spreads as well. And again, so, don't cut everything out. I still have my chili kettle chips, but I put it into a bowl, put the rest away in a cupboard far away from where I am. So you always have portion control, is really important as well. Meal prep, you see these photos, yeah? These bodybuilders with their 15 Tupperware containers. That's not what it means. Obviously you're busy. It's about making a bigger meal than you would otherwise. Leftovers the next day, nice and easy, no excuses for not having a healthy lunch. There are a lot of healthy things which I'm sure Eliza can talk about as well, but 3, 4, 5 ingredient meals, very easy and quick to put together. You can have raw stuff that doesn't even need to be cooked. Super easy. One thing I want to touch on is just reheating in plastic containers. There's a risk of, even BPA-free ones, the heat changes, you can leach into the food. So always just chuck it onto some glass or ceramic and you're ready to go. Social events. Hopefully they're all as healthily catered as they are today, but if they're not, that's absolutely fine because you've done everything else right throughout your week. So my philosophy is 80-20. You might follow a specific diet and that's fine, but as long as it's something that's sustainable and easy for you to maintain, and you can still have fun, you can still go out and grab a beer with your mates and all that kind of stuff as well. This is a big one. So having water with you at all times is really important as well. So there are studies that even just a small drop in hydration levels can just really affect your concentration, cause irritation, headaches, and not just loss of productivity, especially as business owners. That's a big loss for you as well. So that's something that you want to keep an eye out on. Herbal teas are great, for an energy boost. Instead of getting, coffee, you can get a green tea or peppermint tea and really boost you up. I mentioned, starting a tea as part of your bedtime routine. You got your relaxing teas like chamomile or specific sleep teas that you can get. And then this leads on to my next thing, which is incidental exercise. Going to the kitchen and filling up your water bottle, you've drank plenty of water, getting up and going to the bathroom is all really important. If you're sitting down for most of the day, getting up every half hour, every 45 minutes is really important as well. So our bodies were designed to move, not designed to sit down all day. This is the key for incidental exercise. So I know Rob aims for 10,000 steps a day. That's something you really should go for. So even though you're in shared offices, you might, if you need to speak to reception rather than calling up, go for a walk, speak to them in person. Taking the stairs instead of elevator. So something like this on level 14, it's not necessarily realistic, but take it to, you've got 3 levels here. So again, going up and down, take the stairs instead of the elevator. If you're in the shopping center, you've got the stairs next door, and then you've got the escalator here. Take the stairs instead. I was talking to someone about getting off the stop or two early, walking to and from work. Again, these are just small things you can incorporate into your day to really start getting that access to exercise. Again, Eliza talked about making time. So people, when they talk about exercise, I joined a gym or I bought some running shoes. They're the 2 things that they kind of think of. But exercise just means being active, elevating your heart rate, getting your body moving. Doing these things is really important and still is part of your active lifestyle. When I was working corporate, and even sometimes now, get your exercise out of the way. If you're not a morning person, again, you can change your routine over time. Don't need to do it straight away, but wake up 15 minutes earlier. Have a healthy breakfast. The next day, wake up next week or next month. Slowly push it back, and then try and fit in that morning workout. Especially if you're really busy at work, getting that out of the way means that your lunch exercises won't get run into. Someone's urgent client meeting or something's come up with an employee. Otherwise, what you can do is just book in that time. Again, make time for exercise. Every week, you've got the same thing booked in your calendar. And if you've got shared calendars, people can see when you're busy. Oh, I can't schedule a meeting now because so and so's got a workout session. And then again, routine for evening sessions. So you've got options for morning, lunch, and evening workouts. And then for those who are like, oh, I'm a bit run down, don't feel like anything, have a high energy snack, and that'll boost you again. But you'll burn off that energy. So even though I said before, don't have sugar, blah, blah, blah. If you're going to burn it off straight away, it's not a big deal. So if you need to pick me up, have a banana, have a high energy snack, and jump into your routine. Cool. So this is where I come in. Those activities that are fun, hopefully you find these activities super fun. So what I do is circuit exercises. So again, with my 10 years corporate experience, I know what happens when you sit down, which muscles shorten, which ones need to be like posture coming down. I've got to strengthen the back, got to stretch the chest. So we program those kind of exercises specifically tailored for corporate clientele. Boxing, again, great for stress relief, and done with proper technique is a great workout. So Rob, I won't name the PT, but he's trained for years with the previous PT, came to me with arms flailing, blah, blah, blah. Now, punching like a pro, he's ready for the ring, yeah? So things like that, and that stems from my martial arts background, but the technique is really important for me, and that's the safest way to train without getting into injuries, and being able to just push yourself with confidence. Cool, so these are things, so one-on-one, if you're a busy business owner, we can be flexible with that. With Rob, for example, I'm training him, his wife, and an office assistant, and then if you guys want, get a group together, we can do group training as well. Cool. So we're just downstairs in the courtyard. We'll talk about any other facilities if there's enough demand for it. So these are my contact details there. What I'd love to offer for you guys is a health consult. So what that goes through is what kind of exercises you like, what's realistic, what's your schedule like, how often can you actually work out, and really looking at your schedule and making sure you can make time for yourself. And again, we'll just touch on that first point that I made. If you're a healthy business owner, your business is going to be healthy as well. Any questions?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.